Hi guys, it's me Anne and I'm coming to you with another video. This video is all about getting paid on YouTube and paying your taxes. Yes, this video was requested a lot in my inbox on YouTube and comments on my previous video of what my first YouTube paycheck is. I'll leave the link for that down below and you can watch it. So, before I start, I just want to make a little disclaimer. Don't come for me, okay? I'm not by any means a big YouTuber, and I know that I don't have thousands of subscribers, but this is an informative video because, again, it's informative. So I've learned this through work experience and school and stuff like that. So I'm just sharing this information, and this does not come from, YouTube. This is life information. Moving right along. So as I said in my previous video, when you want to monetize your videos to start getting paid from YouTube, you sign up for an AdSense account. Now, when you sign up for an AdSense account, you fill out what essentially is a W-9, which is a request for taxpayer information form. That's when you provide your social security number and, your permanent and legal address and all that kind of information. Google collects this information in preparation to be able to provide you with a 1099 at the end of the year. A 1099 is provided to, those who earn money on a freelance basis, which means that you are paid exactly what you earn without any taxes being deducted from it. So, the rule to 1099 generally is if you earn $600 or more on a contract basis, you are going to be provided with a 1099, which is also sent to the IRS, alerting them to how much money it is that you made without paying taxes, so the IRS can have an idea when you do file your taxes of the money that you will owe them on your earnings. The only exception to that 1099 rule is if you are to get a 1099K. A 1099K is provided to online store owners from merchants like payment processors like PayPal, Square. You would get a 1099K, and you only get that if you have $20,000 in sales or 200 transactions. Whichever milestone that you reach first, that would qualify you for a 1099K is how that works. So that's a whole nother video, a whole separate topic. If you're looking to start an online business, if you already have one and it's growing and you want me to make a video about 1099Ks and just the general process of being an e-commerce or website owner, let me know and I will do that. So if you do not earn $600 or more, you really don't have to worry about anything because you don't. It's not like you haven't met the threshold to receive the form and to have to worry about all the taxes and stuff that you have to pay. Now, if you do earn more than $600, or let's say, you see that you're on your way to receive more than $600, you should start making preparations. You can do a few things. You can calculate yourself using like QuickBooks Self-Employed, QuickBooks Self-Employed, or just other online kind of forms to calculate how much money you should probably be putting aside to pay your taxes, because it's not like, okay, I made $2,000 from YouTube this month and that's my money. It don't work like that in America, girl. It don't. It sure does not. You gotta pay your taxes. So that you're not blindsided, when tax season comes around and your accountant is like, okay, you owe $3,000 to, the IRS. And also, when you're doing those calculations of how much money you may owe, don't forget your state taxes, guys. Or if you live in New York City or New York, guys, also remember that we pay federal, state, and city taxes. So you have to account for those 3 taxes that you're going to have to pay at the end of the year during tax season. Another thing that I would suggest is making sure that you keep track of your expenses. So yes, you're earning $2,000, or let's say even $500 a month from YouTube, from your videos. Okay, so let's say I make a video about skincare, right? I make a video about skincare and I go out and purchase skincare products specifically for this video. Let's say that the video products cost me $150. You should keep those receipts and account for them somewhere, because that now is an expense that you get to deduct from whatever money that you've made from YouTube. Because in order to have made the money from the video, you had to purchase those items so that you record it. Same goes for your lighting, your camera, and anything else that you use that goes towards YouTube. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and buy Balenciagas and Louboutins and all that stuff and write it off. No. You have to be reasonable, because if you get audited, you don't want to be there standing like, I didn't know. No. If you're buying certain things for your videos, certain makeup products, etc., 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 those are considered expenses, and those lessen the amount of money that you will have to pay back in taxes. Another thing that you want to keep in mind when you're when you're working on YouTube is when you're getting these contracts and endorsements and things like that, or sponsorships, these companies may also ask you to fill out a W-9, depending on the company. So if you're getting paid $1,000 for a sponsorship, or $1,200 for three hair review videos, more than likely you're gonna get a W-9. I mean, you're gonna get a 1099 from that company if they're a US based company, and you're definitely going to have to pay taxes on that too. Just so you know, if you're not getting a 1099 from the company, that's all good. But I know the money has to be accounted from somewhere. I mean, there are other little tricks that I see YouTubers do in terms of like getting paid via PayPal, etc. But depending on how the company or brand is going to pay you, just note that you may also get a 1099 from that company or brand. And that also means that you're going to have to pay taxes on there. Now, if you see that you have not received your 1099 from anyone that may owe you one, I suggest that you reach out to them and you ask them about that 1099. Because if you file your taxes and you go about your business and say this is how much you made and whatever the case is, a year or two down the line, you can very well get an audit letter from the IRS, and then let's say there was $3,000 that you earned that you did not report. You may owe $1,000 tax on that $3,000. Just note that the money that you earn on a 1099, depending on the type of 1099 it is, the tax rate is way higher depending on what kind it is. I mean, generally what you can do is, if you have a regular job and you're also earning this money, you can have, you know, your book set up for all your YouTube expenses. Like I told you, this is how much you made, this is how much you spent on equipment, etc., etc., and this is how much you actually profited. Let's say you make $50,000 a year from your regular job and you profited $5,000 from YouTube. Note that I used the word profited. You could have made more, but your net profit after all the stuff that you have purchased is $5,000. You then would carry that $5,000 over. So you may get lucky that whatever taxes that you paid on the $50,000 may cover what you owe for that extra $5,000, and you may or may not, you know, get money back still. But this is just all the things that you need to think about when you're going into YouTube, especially if you have a job already. You're going to have to pay taxes, so you have to set up some kind of system that you're not at the end of the year struggling like, oh shit, I made all this extra money and now I owe the IRS this much and I can't pay it because I done splurged and balled out on the money from YouTube, not remembering that I have to pay taxes. When you're going into YouTube or trying to make it a career or whatever, make sure that you're not blindsided by the gross amount. It's all about the net. You have to sit down and calculate, okay, this is how much money I'm really going to be left with, even though this is what I earned. Because again, don't play with the IRS, honey. don't do it. Alright, I'm going to cut the video here. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, or you want me to go into depth about anything else, just let me know and I'll definitely will do it. Yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!